Hey, what's up, Clashers? Just doing another video here. Show Town Hall 11's how to do air attack for Legend League. Most of everybody in Legend Leagues is doing a Lavaloonion attack. It's a pretty safe bet. You're gonna get at least 1 star. And the loot to make the army is 251,000 elixir and only 1,418 and dark elixir. So you're gonna come out ahead, and most of the time, if you're in the higher leagues, on pretty much all the loot. And as you can see here, I use 24 balloons, 23 minions, 2 hounds, a rage, 3 haste spells. I use clone, works out real well, and a freeze. Then in my CC, on my second account, I usually give myself another lava hound, a balloon, and a rage, because I can take the full. They did an update, and I can take the full spell instead of housing the spell for 2. So I can take a spell storage as 2, so I can take the rage spell. So I'm not gonna do any live attacks because I'm on a shield here, but I'll show you how my attack log, and show you some of the attacks here. And you can see here pretty much every one of them successful attacks that's showing. Even though they're one stars, they're pretty good percentage even on the 1 stars. That 56 there, 52, that's kind of pretty tough bases there. But let's go with the, let's start this off with the 3-star attack here. And if you look at the loot, the loot here, over 400,000 gold, almost 600,000 in elixir, almost 8,000 in 7,500, 7,600 in dark. And you can see what my loot bonus is here. So if you put that on top of that, you know, you're pushing almost a million, you know, on the higher side of 900,000 plus on the bonus there. You know, so you're looking at almost 900,000 in gold and almost a million in elixir. But anyways, let's get to the replay here, and you guys will see this base is pretty popular at Town Hall 11, and you'll see this a lot of times in war. And matter of fact, the last war that was in, their #1 guy had this, and I'm totally messed up on the attack and only got a 1-star on him. But then I found this messing around with my farming troops and 3-starred it. So I'm gonna come at the elixir side first, because I'm farming mainly for dark elixir. I want to finish my king. Being he's only at 38, so you'll see a lot of times on my hits I'll hit from the dark elixir side. So like again, I got CC lava hound, so I always drop that first, followed by the 2 hounds, followed by the balloons. Then I drop my minions and my grand warding, or I drop my warden, then minions, however. But let's get into the replay here. So I got a decent, I didn't want to spread it out too far. I wanted to kind of keep the hounds going to 1 air defense. Then what I do here is I rage or I put hay spells on the ends and try to push the balloons up through the middle. Then once I get them in there, I'll freeze the Infernos and Rage, and then I'll hit my Grand Warden ability to keep the balloons in full health while they're in internal tone on their Grand Warden. Then pretty much from here, as you can see, I haven't even dropped my heroes yet, and I'm already at 62%. Then pretty much, as needed, you bring in your heroes to secure at least a 1-star. In this case, I was going for I was thinking I could get more of the loot here. Then I just pretty much kept it going because I knew this is going to be my last attack for a little bit. So I went ahead and just pushed it and see how far I could take it, and ended up getting the 3-star on it. But this is how I do the Lavaloonion attack with clone spell. Okay, you can change it up. You don't have to use clones because it is kind of expensive. It's a space of 4. But if you get it maxed, which I started using mine and it wasn't maxed, and I stuck with it and I maxed it out, and I pretty much use it anytime I use air attacks. And I'll show you out of our perfect war, I actually use this same combo, but I use 4 lava hounds if I'm using it or more. So there's the comp I use. And this is pretty much how the higher guys in Legend League attack. If you see them with air, this is pretty much, they do their spells a little bit different, but for the most part, this is how the Legend League guys do it, because it is such it's an almost guaranteed 1-star. You can mess up, and I have messed up before. So let me get this guy some Valks. Let me get Rocky some Valks here, and I'll give it to him here in a minute. Alright, so let's show another attack here of mine. So we showed you the 3-star, and if you look at my Dark Elixir, because that's pretty much what I go for now, that's pretty decent. Then if you add the bonus into it, pretty good, I think. Let's go to the bottom one here, where I nailed the guy for 4,200 dark. So of course I'm coming at the sea, and you'll see here, I always start them off in the corners, the lava hounds, followed by the balloons, and you'll see here I put the haste on the 2 ends, and then I rage. I put the clone spell down, and I try to clone the balloons, not the hounds. I mean, you will accidentally clone a hound, but it's not that big of a deal. But I always try to do the balloons, so it gives me an extra total of like 31 balloons, I believe it is, because I take 24, and then clone spell gives you another 35 space, which is another 7. So that's a total of 31 balloons. And you can see here, I didn't get the town hall, which is because of the expo here. Takes out the couple bit. If I'd have had an earthquake, I could have busted my heroes in there and got it, but I was mainly going for the loot. I'm not really pushing for the stars. I'm not trying to push trophies. I'm just trying to stay in Legend to Titan League for the loot bonus. And it helps, if you get higher loot bonus, it helps you with upgrading your stuff faster. And I'm working on walls and a couple of defenses, so as you can see here, it could have been easily a 3-star. 3-star attack if I wanted. So there's that. I could have busted the heroes up, but I let them kind of stroll on the outside there. So let me show you. Let me show you one more attack here. We'll just pick out one. I'm not in for sure. Let's show you the one I know the guy for 5,000 Dark Elixir. Then I'll show you one I did in the Perfect War. A couple attacks here. So this is a pretty common base, and you see, you just get a good spread. It's more of a spam attack. Not really a lot to it. You just gotta haste the ends, and then I clone the middle. And you'll see the clone coming up there by the different colored balloons there. They're kind of almost not a black, kind of like a ghost balloon. Those are the ones that was in haste, and they only last for a certain amount of time. So you see there, it's pretty hard base. I ended up getting the town hall down, and what I did was, this is the one I actually went for the town hall. And you'll see me, this is why I take the 4 wall breakers, couple archers. So I kind of test it with one, pop in another one, let my archers do a little bit of work. Because I got another wall I have to bust through, so and I know there's no bombs there because everything's solid, so I knew I was good. Then once I dropped my king and queen, my queen locked on the town hall, and I knew I pretty much had it from there. So this is how I do my Lavaloonion attack with clone spells. Okay, guys. So if you want to copy it, learn from it. It took me a while to figure it out how these guys were doing their Legend League attacks. You go up there and look at their bases, the Legend guys, and you'll see that they're doing air attacks. Well, it took me a little bit of time to figure out how they was doing it, and you know how I learned? That guy did attack on me, and I watched how he did it, and from there on out, I pretty much copied how he attacked me. And same thing in war. I got the war attack from a guy hit me with the Lavaloonion. 4, he hit me with the 4 lava hounds, and 2 started me. So, and it looked like a pretty solid attack. So, and I was already using war air for farming, so I decided to try it out in war, and I've been doing a lot better. So I posted this video. I post videos on Fight Club's 3-star attacks. So I'm just going to show you, even though this clan that we went against here, the Skull Crushers #1, they had 2 Town Hall 10s, but it's a pretty solid attack against a 10. So here's the popular ring base. Kind of hard to get to the middle, and you'll see they have single infernos. When I see single infernos, I'm definitely gonna hit you with air. And you see I change up my army just a little bit. I only take 20 balloons, 18 minions, 3 hounds, and then I take one hound in the CC. My spells are pretty much the same, except for I only take 1 rage. I take a extra haze, and I take a poison for the CC. So I still take the clone, and you'll see I clone the, when I was telling you guys earlier, you try not to clone the hound. I actually cloned the hound, so that I ended up getting a total of 5 of them, 5 hounds. But you'll see me start off, and when I drop my hounds, I always started off in the CC one first, in the corners, and then I kind of work my way down the line. So I'm going to drop it off in this first right corner. Then I'm going to drop 4 more hounds, or 3 more hounds going down. Then you'll see, so followed by the balloons. So let's get started here. And this is a war attack. and one of our perfect wars here. So there's the four hounds, followed by the loons, and then right next to the left of the CC, I clone a hound and a loon, which I didn't mean to clone the hound, but in the long run, I think it worked out better because it gave me some pups, and it occupied that single inferno until I could get to it with the balloons. So now I'm putting the haste down so I can hurry up and get to that inferno, and I wanted to get my balloons away from that queen as fast as I could. So if you look at this attack here, I pretty much almost had it already, all the defenses down with just the balloons and the hounds and minions. So I had to bring in my heroes to sure up the 3-star attack. And you see there the pups and the minions actually finished out the queen for me, so that really helped me out. I set my king in here in the bottom to take care of the queen, but the pups and stuff like that took her out. So the king's gonna work his way around on the inside while my queen goes around on the outside, followed by the pups and minions. And I pretty much at this point I knew I had the 3-star. It's just all about raging. Once the king hits the archer tower, I rage it, and pretty much from there out, that's pretty much the 3-star right there. So there's one of the 3-stars. So if you come across one of these ring bases in your Town Hall 11 or even a 10, it's not a bad strategy if you try it out. Let me show you the second attack I did here. Again, this is the 4 lava hound, and you don't see this base too much, but I come at this one on the left side by the lab, kind of almost at the queen, so I wanted my minions to get to the queen. And again, they have single infernos, which is pretty much a no-no in war, and his expos are down, so really he's guarding against ground attacks. You know, he has pretty good air defenses, but as you see, this guy's base layout is mainly for ground because his expos are set to ground. His single infernos do a lot of damage on heroes at single infernos, and his blowers are covering these 2 air defenses, but the better way would be have one come down this way and one come up this way, and that kind of would cover more of the base, but he has them both pointing down, so I'm coming in behind them. So you'll see me hit this one. So I dropped the hounds in the corners, followed by the balloons, and I do a 2-finger drop. So once I start the balloons, I just drag my 2 fingers across, and that's how I get the balloons to come out so fast. And you'll see here how I haste the middle. I'm sorry, haste the sides, and I rage the middle, and I clone the middle. And here again, I cloned another hound. Didn't hurt me, but I try to clone the balloons, and sometimes I get so much happening. I think I'm putting a good clone down, and end up getting the hound instead. But you can see by this attack here, even if I didn't use my heroes, I pretty much had it just with the balloons, without any heroes, because I pretty much took out all these defenses with the balloons anyways. And I used the heroes for cleanup. So guys, this is a good Town Hall 11, Town Hall 10 strategy. Give it a shot in your wars. Let me know how it works out for you. But I know it's kind of hard sometimes to find out what the legend guys are doing. So Hope it ain't really no secret. So here it is, a Legend League guy myself, showing you how to get to Legend League, okay? So hopefully that helps. If it kind of helps you, give me a thumbs up, okay? I enjoy seeing the thumbs up. That means you guys are liking what I'm doing, and I appreciate it, man. So hopefully this helps you out, and I'll make another video here in a couple days, so you guys take it easy and keep on clashing.